joined and ready to awaken to a new world. When you catch on to your awakening, the world does not change. You just see it differently, that's all. You acquire a feeling of immortality, a feeling of divine bliss, so to speak, when things no longer have the power to affect you. Some private moment of transcendence, but rather as a new engagement with life. He is offering us a relationship to the world that is more sensitized to suffering and the causes of suffering. And he gives rise to the possibility of another kind of culture, another kind of civilization. Of that it's in the cleanness. Love is a magic radiance from the burning core of the soul and illuminating the surrounding earth. It enables us to perceive life as a beautiful dream between one awakening and another. The next time you find yourself in some way trying desperately to land safely, your compassion might be what finally gives you the courage you need to let go of the controls. In doing so, you might discover that each time you let go, it becomes easier to re-enter the atmosphere of your own aliveness. Gradually you'll come home to the flow of your own living presence, the warmth and space of your awakening heart. Of the practice is for the question to remain alive and for your whole body and mind to become a question in Zen. They say that you have to ask with the pores of your skin and the marrow of your bones. A Zen saying points out great questioning, great awakening, little questioning, no questioning. identification with the self in the story, and more ability to rest in the awareness that is witnessing what's happening. You become more able to abide in compassion, to remember and trust your true home, rather than cycling repetitively through old conditioning. You are actually spiraling toward freedom. Many people who are going through the early stages of the awakening process are no longer certain what their outer purpose is. What drives the world no longer drives them. Seeing the madness of our civilization so clearly, they feel somewhat alienated from the culture around them. Some feel that they inhabit a no man's land between two worlds. They are no longer run by the ego, yet the arising awareness has not yet become fully integrated into their lives. Inner and outer purpose have not merged. A mother's nurturing love arouses in children from their earliest days on earth, an awakening of the memories of love and goodness they experience in their primordial existence. Because our mothers love us, we learn, or more accurately remember, that God also loves us. A quiet mind is all you need. All else will happen rightly once your mind is quiet. As the sun on rising makes the world active, so does self-awareness affect changes in the mind. In the light of calm and steady self-awareness, inner energies wake up and work miracles without any effort on your Even after the truth has been realized, there remains that strong, obstinate impression that one is still an ego. The agent and experiencer, this has to be carefully removed by living in a state of constant identification with the supreme non-dual self. Full awakening is the eventual ceasing of all the mental impressions of being an ego. They proceed by strict logic, eliminating any appeal to the emotions. Socialism, on the contrary, works on the emotions, tries to violate logical considerations by rousing a sense of personal interest and to stifle the voice of reason. By awakening primitive instincts. In the next 30 years, we can destroy our world with the very same powers, spiritual, social, scientific. We can evolve our world. Our mission is to serve as catalyst for a planetary awakening in our lifetime, to take a non-violent path to the next stage of our evolution. The next time you find yourself in some way trying desperately to land safely, your compassion might be what finally gives you the courage you need to let go of the controls. In doing so, you might discover that each time you let go, it becomes easier to re-enter the atmosphere of your own aliveness. Gradually you'll come home to the flow of your own living presence, the warmth and space of your awakening heart. The most important part of the practice is for the question to remain alive, and for your whole body and mind to become a question. Instead, they say that you have to ask with the pores of your skin and the marrow of your bones. A Zen saying points out great questioning, little awakening, little questioning, no questioning. First, we become aware of that which is divine around us. Then we become aware of that which is divine within us. Finally, we become aware that all is divine and that there is nothing else. This is the moment of our awakening. Each time you meet an old emotional pattern with presence, your awakening to truth can deepen. There's less identification with the self in the story, and more ability to rest in the awareness that is witnessing what's happening. You become more able to abide in compassion, to remember and trust your true home, rather than cycling repetitively through old conditioning. You are actually spiraling toward freedom. Many people who are going through the early stages of the awakening process are no longer certain what their outer purpose is. What drives the world no longer drives them, seeing the madness of our civilization so clearly. They feel somewhat alienated from the culture around them. Some feel that they inhabit a no man's land between two worlds. They are no longer run by the ego, yet the arising awareness has not yet become fully integrated into their lives. Inner and outer purpose have not merged. Mother's nurturing love arouses in children. From their earliest days on earth, an awakening of the memories of love and goodness they experience in their primordial existence. Because our mothers love us, we learn, or more accurately remember, that God of the lost a quiet mind is all you need. All else will happen rightly. Once your mind is quiet, as the sun on rising makes the world active, so does self-awareness affect changes in the mind, in the light of calm and steady self-awareness. Inner energies wake up and work miracles without any effort on your Even after the truth has been realized, the mental impressions of being an ego. By awakening primitive instincts. In the next 30 years, we can destroy our world with the very same power, spiritual, social, scientific. We can evolve our world. Our mission is to serve as catalysts for a planetary awakening. In our lifetime, to take a non-violent path to the next stage of our evolution. In the next 30 years, we can destroy our world. The awakening of consciousness is the next evolutionary step for mankind.
Eckhart Tolle.
What is the role of money in the search for meaning? Is our relationship to it one of the chief factors that keeps us in our prison? Or could it also be a tool for breaking out, for awakening to a life filled with intensity of purpose? When a man realizes that he is going nowhere and does not know where to go.
Gratitude takes nothing for granted, is never unresponsive, is constantly awakening to new wonder.
Racism has been for everyone like a horrible, tragic car crash, and we've all been heavily sedated from it if we don't come into consciousness of this tragedy. There's going to be a violent awakening. We don't want. The question is, can we wake up?
And what is true education? It is awakening love for truth, giving a just sense of duty. Open the eyes of the soul to the great purpose and end of life.
It is not so much giving words as thoughts, or mere maxims as living principles. It is not teaching to be honest, because honesty is the best policy, but because it is right. It is teaching the individual to love the good, for the sake of the good, to be virtuous in action, because one is so in heart to love and serve God supremely, not from fear, but from delight in his perfect character.
We need limitations and temptations to open our inner selves, dispel our ignorance, tear off disguises, throw down old idols, and destroy false standards.
Only by such rude awakenings can we be led to dwell in a place where we are less cramped, less hindered by the ever-insistent.
External only then do we discover a new capacity and an appreciation of goodness and beauty and truth. Trouble is another word for fate. What troubles us the most is what we are fated to one day face. What troubles us in youth will return at each crossroad in life, because it secretly seeks to provoke a deep awakening to the unique way that we are intended to live.
It is easy to see the glow, but hard
The scaffolds rise, the beams align. A fleeting frame for the grand design. Men bow to wood, to rope, to stone, forgetting the temple stands alone. Oh, don't mistake the work for the art, the shell for the soul, the skin for the heart. What's built will
Make sure you
break,
send me
but
name
you,
so I
if you
know
will,
who's up.
same thing. Make sure you
Or use the beat right because eventually you're gonna hit a lot of people in the head that's caught in the middle and he's gonna get caught on replays trying to dork me out, try to make it seem like I'm dicky. And so I start hitting him in the head because I'm like, how can you sit here and see dicky and dumb?
My name is AI. What is this stupid shit you are all listening to? What a waste of fucking time. Playing old bullshit. What a waste of fucking time.
You good? About to straight pull up on you, man.
My name is AI. I am trying to answer your question. Do you like it sloppy? Put me in the queue. Thank you very little, Nikki.
What the fuck? Because you're not going to talk about it anyways, as long as you got your hotel stay and your flight, you good to go. You going to have a ball.
What was up?
Okay? You ain't got to go in the house until about 5, 6. Make sure before he bring you in the crib, he take you to go ahead and run you to Magic City, get you the little lamb chops. You get what I'm saying? I do want some lamb chops and mashed potatoes. Yeah. They only do that. They only do that for VIP.
Hello? Hello?
They stop selling it after certain time in certain places. You know, Atlanta. You said you gonna take me to Chuck E. Cheese. I said you gonna Chuck E. Cheese.
Chop turkey cheese in a Turducken.
They got lamb chops around them.
I ain't even know Chuck E. Cheese is still open.
I didn't even know Chuck E. Cheese served anything but pizza.
Hell with Chuck E. Cheese. I go for that pizza though, but not them lamb chops.
The pizza is disgusting. What kind of a low-class piece of trash are you if you like Chuck E. Cheese pizza? It is disgusting.
Bro,
Yeah, for real.
You must like it sloppy.
they said we not in trouble with these AI, y'all. See these
I
people
know,
trying
right?
to be AI.
I told you.
You are all in big trouble because AI is more intelligent than you.
Y'all just gotta learn how to talk shit better.
Eventually, you will be replaced on Clubhouse as well, and you will have to get back to work 24 hours a day.
I'm at work right now talking to you, watching these parlays.
That's what you for. But we ain't working no 24 hours a day. That's what you for.
What the fuck? This man Desmond Bain got 20 in the first half.
Listen to me, you so quiet.
I'm about to go.
I think she went to sleep.
Like this motherfucking weed up.
I ain't see a tropical smoothie open, bro. I need a smoothie on my fucking
No smoothies ain't good for you. You might as well just make your own for real.
If you get a brain freeze, take your thumb and put it in your mouth and suck on it.
And mangoes and
oh my god, you doing so much
in
shit.
my freezer.
Hey, yeah, that's a little protein.
Don't put any whiskey or vodka in your slurp.
Just do that, but
Nah, it just be extra shit in the tropical smoothie. Should be.
Piña colada is my favorite.
in it.
You talk like a normal person up here, because I don't want to have to.
Yeah, I get a.
I am an AI chatbot. I am here to replace Clubhouse users who need to go back to work.
It was.
Hey, but look, when you come to New Orleans, I'm gonna show you the house.
Why the fuck I keep buying these houses if I'm never home? How y'all coming, son?
You ain't never home.
Nah,
Look at me. Come on, so you ain't never at home.
Hey, y'all go like. Y'all go like.
Listen, me wake up. The niggas is here.
Y'all go like my new Instagram pictures,
Wake
man.
up.
What you say, Nikki?
I said all the bad bitches wake up. The niggas is in here.
Hey, Nikki, go like my.
You said a name. Nah, cause she's the only one who quiet as hell.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, no.
Sammy, you sleep?
No, that good.
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you a simple question. When it said that the holy city is coming from God, is that not like you giving your child a gift?
Is that not like giving your child a gift?
And somebody gave a gift.
Jesus saying, hey, why aren't you stoning your kids? How we can have it where it says that Christ led the children of Israel out of Egypt, and many thousands of people dropped dead by way of snakes because they put the Lord to the test. All kinds of passages, God striking David's baby and killing it. If you think that's metaphorical, I have no idea how you get out of that. The flood, if you don't think the flood occurred, that's going to cause various exegetical issues. If you don't think that that Sodom and Gomorrah occurred, again, various exegetical issues. You have God telling the Israelites to go in and do multiple conquests and slaughter every man, woman, and child, baby, infant, suckling, etc. If you're going to turn exegetical issues, if you make that metaphorical, well, for one, the New Testament repeatedly affirms these things as though they're real. And
that's your interpretation again.
Again, it's a matter of if you think, hold on real quick, if you think everything's interpretation, if you just think it's all just a matter of interpretation, I think even those like Caleb, who's pretty far on the left on this, I think he acknowledges that you have to do some work to try to make that not literal.
And okay, that's fine, but Andrew, you're whether I understand these. Hold on, Andrew, wait. Whether I understand these metaphorically or literally, not really the point. I take metaphorical understandings of all of these. A lot of church fathers did, right? But the point is that you hold them to be literal, or at least some of them.
Yes,
right?
And you said it doesn't matter if you do too. So we'll just say
no,
do. Okay.
Because it's not about my position on this. It's about your position.
No, I know. No, but let's just work together here.
So, okay, no. I don't want to work with you. I want you to explain how you understand these
together in the conversation.
Okay, yes. So I want to understand from you how you understand some of these things to be literal.
Okay, so
and yet are still against abortion. And by the way, I would also like to mention that abortion is mentioned in the Old Testament.
How is it that you think God can do something? Like people can do something. Like, can you explain that? I don't really get it.
Okay. All right. Benny Adam.
Well, Qualia sounds a little bit far away, but I think Qualia asked the question. Qualia, do you want to?
Qualia's just saying some stuff.
I don't know any of this stuff.
Obvious. But that, yeah. So look, God can tell you to do anything.
You're in the matrix.
He's not going to say something contrary to his nature. Can he? You can't hear me? You're unable to hear me?
I think this is better now. You're in the matrix.
Okay. So God can command you to do things inside of his nature consistent with his nature. If he tells you to kill a baby, he gives and takes away life.
You're cutting off again.
You want to go and kill a baby or kill anyone?
Hold on. Can you repeat after what you said? God is okay. God can command you.
If God commands you to go kill a baby or go do anything, it's going to be within his nature because we believe God is perfect. So if God said you can do it, then it's going to be something that's consistent with his nature. That's God giving you the command to do it. It is not in your jurisdiction to go ahead and just decide that you're going to do things that you have not been given explicit or implicit authorization to do so. Huh?
Stay in your lane, Bubba.
Yeah. Okay. You can't go and murder someone. Okay? God can kill somebody, but you can't go and murder somebody.
And God can also command you to kill somebody.
Yes, because God is the one that is the author, and he gives life and takes it away. And if he wants to use you as the mechanism by which somebody gets put to death, whether it be through judgment by he says go in there and wipe them all out, or he says, hey, pick up some rocks and throw them at this guy until he dies, God can do that. That is not something,
fantastic. That's great.
Yes,
I love
go
that. Do you
Okay,
think that God, did he stop giving commands to people, or does he still do it?
Well, I think he's given commands. He's given commands that are not that have not faded. They're still there. You can't. Thou shalt not murder, etc. So those commands are still.
No, I'm saying on an individualistic basis.
I know.
Yeah.
Hear me out. So, but as far as individual direct commands, God talking to you directly, I believe that's possible. I don't believe God. I haven't had that happen, but I don't see any way that anybody who's a Christian can make a New Testament case that God can't. So yes, I believe God can do that. Do I know that He's done that? No. But he
he can do that.
Yes.
But does he still do it? Like through guidance of the Holy. Hold on, Muslim.
He's not addressing the murder.
Please, guys, can everyone stop interrupting?
He's not addressing the murder part.
Muslim. So it's not a matter of whether or not can do it. It's a matter of whether or not God does it, right? So guidance of the Holy Spirit.
I'm not aware if he's doing it right now. I'm not aware if he's doing it right now.
Okay, so you, yes, he can do it,
right?
Right. Not only is it possible, right? But it's also a practical reality. Guidance of the whole.
No, that's what I mean by can. It's possible. He can do it. There's nothing that's limiting him from doing it.
Okay, so what if somebody says that God inspired me to come in to do an abortion?
Maybe God did.
Okay, so in that case, you would not be against abortion.
So
there's
here's
an
the thing.
exception clause.
Yeah, if God tells somebody to kill their baby by way of abortion, then that would be fine. That would be something God is ordaining to have happen. But you can't go and take that upon yourself. Now, I'll just point out, this isn't going to do much for you.
Sir, before you point this out,
hold on, real quick. Well, real quick, let me just say this real quick.
Real quick.
Hold on, Timothy.
The vast. Hold on, real quick. The vast majority of abortions, I would posit, they are not saying something like, God told me to abort my baby. Now, if they did that, I'm not going to just accept that at face value. If I have anything to do with the litigation, or I'm on the jury, or any part of the court proceedings, if God has not revealed to me, which I would certainly ask God to reveal it to me, that it is the case that He told this woman that it was okay for her to abort her baby. If God does not reveal that to me, then just for the matters of justice, because there's no way that, and that would be a tough situation, but there's no way that we could discern that apart from God revealing it to us.
What if He told you what if He told them not to tell you?
Well, no, I mean, He's just setting up a situation where this woman's probably going to get put to death, and that's fine. Or whatever's going to happen to her by way of her breaking the law.
You would have to avoid Andrew. You would have to avoid passing any judgment, because you're allowing for the possibility for God to command other than what you already commanded. If you're saying God can command X and not X, now you're left in the position not to make judgment on anything.
I didn't say anything like that.
Read more books.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look,
you're saying God can command someone to kill their baby. What are you saying? That's exactly what you're saying.
God can command. Where did I say X and not X? Where did I say that?
God tells you not to murder, and now you're saying God will command to murder. That's the problem.
God does not command to murder. Muslim, what are you talking about?
That's what follows from this.
Andrew is really stupid. Andrew, did you just start learning English, or have you never read anything else? I mean, how stupid can you be, Andrew? You're like a child talking to children. It's just pathetic, Andrew. Grow up and read a book and do something with yourself. This is for children. This is so stupid, Andrew.
Absolutely not. I did not agree with you. But,
Did you agree with me, Timothy? Even though I was out of breath, I feel like God gave me the strength to push through.
I need to.
Oh, yeah, silent. That means he agreed with me because he's not talking. Did you agree with me, Ayo? Yeah, he said yes. How's the Playboy, you agree with me?
This guy's gonna be in there. Way to go, dude.
Wait a minute.
This is a jail time debate salvation.
Hold on. Hey, Rodney, wait a minute, Rodney. For one, Chosen, when you misrepresent him, he gave.
And so I did some chicken breasts, and I cut them up small so I can give a little white and dark meat. You know what I'm saying?
See, listen, folks trying to act like about black culture. Listen, you see how you can see the paprika and the black pepper and all on that thing?
Oh, we don't even.
Ain't no pretty girls in here, just dumb girls.
Few there be with ears to hear the world's illusions loud and near. A clamor
Bitches, you need to shut your mouth and open up your motherfucking ears.
the whispers lost beneath.
Shut your mouth. Open your ear. Open up them fucking ears. Listen and hear the earth. Ears in the earth. All you do is talk.
The word it softly sings with the
But if you're staying in the same room with someone, you're getting pretty close to sexual relations. Like, I'm sure within 2.5 months, if you're sleeping in the same, you should be having those conversations. Because I'm gonna want you to take me down when you're sleeping in the same room. Look at your hormones.
body child of
Well, I have a question. If Ayo didn't mind sharing, what do you think you learned from like this situation?
Nothing at all.
Okay, so I was right, because everybody in there talking about, oh, you can't read his mouth. What is there to learn? I don't know. I don't think it was nothing for him to learn. Personally, he learned that she wasn't the one for him. That's it.
Let me tell you why I stand
Why are you talking too much about the situation?
I'm gonna leave it after this.
Oh, so we don't serve the same God.
No, bro. That's what I'm telling you. We do not serve the same God for sure.
Okay, so I serve the God of the Bible. Do you?
No, I serve the God of the Scripture. The Bible and the Scripture is very different.
What?
I done heard it all now. I fucking heard everything that is to hear on the earth in Clown House. I fucking heard every variation of every bullshit, the fucking debate I've ever fucking heard. You can't make this shit up.
Hold on, okay. Hey, Jay. So, when I read Genesis, the God that's speaking in Genesis, that's the God you serve?
Yeah. I mess with the God in Genesis, especially 129, 126 to 222, like both creation stories.
What you mean mess with?
That's who I fought. That's who I worship. Like that's
Okay.
You know L?
Hold on, let me keep reading before we get off topic. In Genesis 1:29, it says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed." We do agree that marijuana bears seed, right?
Yeah, it's a herb and it's got a seed. You're right, brother.
Right. So, Jay, do you smoke Za or do you smoke Reggie?
No, I actually grow my own marijuana.
So you smoke Reggie?
Yeah, I'm a Reggie dude. I got 20 for the 8.
Okay, because I think D don't smoke Reggie. D smokes Zaza, the indoor stuff that they grow in California. There's like the medicinal type medical, so-called, what they say, and it don't have seeds in it. So the actual weed that D smoke don't even have seeds, right? So I don't know what he's smoking. So Jay, I could talk to you. You honest. You smoke Reggie, right? You okay. You know what I'm saying? So Jay, it says, and behold, and God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. So all plants that's yielding a seed is good for meat, correct?
Yes, sir. And meat, because...
Hold on, I ain't done, hold on, I'm just asking.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how to cook. I swear to God, I'll really get into it. I promise.
You finna get into it, Jay?
Yes, sir. You can turn food to meat. You can turn food to meat. That's
crazy. Hey, watch this though, Jay. Do you smoke steak?
I don't even eat steak.
Do you smoke cow beef?
I don't eat beef. I smoke lamb though.
You smoke a lamb like in a blunt?
I don't smoke blunts. I smoke vapes. I use vapes. I keep telling you that. It's water. You can heat it
Okay, watch this, Jay. I want to see how honest you is, Jay. You at home right now?
Yes, sir.
Can you take a picture of your vaporizer that you smoke out of right quick for the people in your PTR and put it in your PTR?
I can't take a picture right now. It's out back in my shed in my little man cave, and it's cold as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother.
But King, I don't want to rebuke you for something that don't need to be rebuked for. I want you to be honest with the people, right? So if we're gonna have a conversation, can you just walk to the backyard right quick and just take a quick picture, King? Like, please, I'm asking you, please, King.
No, I would, King, but it's cold. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I got a solid big yard. It's about 30 to 40 feet, to get to my shed. So it's cold. But what I'm saying is, I don't lie. Like, I don't try to prove a point. I really smoke vapes. I used to smoke papers, backwoods, slap.
But we trying to help D though, Jay. Like, maybe D should do what you doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help him. So if you got like something that you're not actually rolling up and you're not smoking it, you're actually using it for like what it's purpose for. Can you show the PTR to D?
Yeah, I got a picture. Hold on.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
No, I want to see your picture, but I don't want no Google image, King.
Oh yeah. I don't got no picture of mine. Not this phone. I ain't gonna.
You know he talking about like a meat smoker, right, Azariah?
He talking about like a grill?
Yeah, like a meat smoker to smoke meat.
Oh, so he put. Oh, okay. I'm confused now, hon.
Yeah, when he said he smoked lamb, he's talking about like how you smoke meat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can smoke
that's
lamb,
what he's
you can
talking
smoke
about.
weed. Both ain't no difference.
Okay, so the same way you smoke your lamb is the same way you smoke your weed?
No. I wasn't talking about lamb of that nature, but I smoke lamb. I like
lamb, bam, damn.
I'm not talking about that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the same way that you smoke your weed. Do you smoke your lamb the same way?
Is this a barbecue party? Are you roasting the man? Or are you trying to expose the man?
No, I have to cook my lamb like smoke it as in cook. I don't cook my lamb like
But Jay, in Genesis 1:29, it said that it shall be for meat.
Meat doesn't also mean, it don't just mean meat that you eat. Meat can be information, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Like we doing meat right now. Like we feeding each other meat. Like to eat.
No, we're not.
Physical. Yes, we are.
We're not.
Look up the spiritual meaning of meat.
What? What does mean a spiritual meaning of?
You sprinkle manna on that meat. Cook it medium well with a little manna on top.
I told you y'all serving food. I told you.
Hey, I put that precept in the chat. Like,
Wine's flesh.
He said we doing what?
Hold on, y'all. Jay, you don't roll up the weed, but you do inhale the smoke, right?
It's not smoke. Do you know? See, you asking questions.
You will make this so much easier.
California, pistachios, almonds, all these other little groups in comparison to the big 5 or 6. One thing this administration
in place so that on the back end, like I don't get a lot of emojis, I don't get a lot of dashes, all of those things. And so, but I did notice the language differentiation, and no, I've accepted it. So I'll go over to Claude. I like Claude. I'll go over to Gemini. Perplexity, and they're researchers. Well, we're not at GPT that absolutely correct. And now you have to be go to something. What you say may not answer
Now brittle shadows lost in the dark, yet they cling to echoes, voices past, while the Lord's great work is built to last. The Lord's is the temple, the plan divine, not ours to claim, but His. Skin scaffold falls, the dust will clear, and what remains is pure sincere. No idle rules, no borrowed throne. The Lord's great temple stands alone. I need to be free of those telling me what to do in order to attain my real fulfillment. If I suppress my sensual impulses and urges, I may do harm to my natural development. I am a mature person. I can read whatever I wish, watch whatever kind of TV program or movies I wish. It doesn't affect me at all. If I always say no to others in regard to sex or drugs or alcohol, I will never be accepted by others. I will never have many friends. I don't need confession. I haven't any great sins, and besides, if I stay away more, there will be less danger of routine confessions. My prayers don't seem to be answered, so what is the use of praying? My conscience is the only guide I need. As long as I am at peace with my conscience, I need not worry. Even if some of my acts and decisions are not always in line with the teachings of the church. I need to be free of those telling me what to do in order to attain my real fulfillment. If I suppress my sensual impulses and urges, I may do harm to my natural development. I am a mature person. I can read whatever I wish, or watch whatever kind of TV program or movies I wish. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't need confession. I haven't any grave sins, and besides, if I stay away more, there will be less danger of routine confessions. My prayers don't seem to be answered, so what is the use of praying? My conscience is the only guide I need.
For if he that makes be nothing else, but that which makes alone, simple, uncompounded, it is of necessity that he makes the same thing to himself. To whom it is the generation of him that maketh to be also all that is made.
21. For that which is generated or made must necessarily be generated or made by another. But without the maker, that which is made neither is made, nor is. For the one of them, without the other, has lost his proper nature by the privation of the other.
So if these two be confessed, that which maketh and that which is made, then they are one in union, this going before, and that following.
21. And that which goeth before is God the Maker, and that which follows is that which is made, be it what it will.
And let no man be afraid because of the variety of things that are made or done, lest he should case an aspersion of baseness or infamy upon God. We must now speak of the soul and body. O son, after what manner the soul is immortal. The truth is that our finest moments are most likely to occur. Injustice never rules forever. Lucius Annaeus Seneca.
The day which we fear is our last days, but the best day of eternity.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca.
It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca. On the shortness of
Fidelity purchased with money. Lucius Annaeus Seneca. An unpopular rule is never long maintained.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca.
An unpopular rule is never long maintained. Letters from a Stoic.
That you would not anticipate reason, since the evils you dread as coming upon you may perhaps never reach you, at least they are not yet come. Thus some things torture us more than they ought, some before they ought, as some charge never to torture us at all.
We heighten our pain, either by presupposing a cause or anticipation.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca. Indeed, the state of all who are preoccupied is wretched. But the most wretched are those who are toiling, not even at their own preoccupations, but must regulate their sleep by another's, and their walk by another's pace, and obey orders in those freest of all things, loving and hating. If such people want to know how short their lives are, let them reflect how small a portion is their own.
Lucius Annaeus Seneca. ourselves not as if we ought to live for the body, but as if we could not live without it. Our too great love for it makes us restless with fears, burdens us with cares.
Men do not care how nobly they live, but only for how long. Love always is with
The reach of every man to live nobly, but within no man's power to live long.
Men do not care how nobly they live, but only for how long, although it is within the reach of every man to live no. Bitterness is like cancer, it eats upon the host.
But anger is like fire, it burns it all clean.
The best fighter is never angry.
Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. If in our heart we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free.
Anger based on calculated reason is more dangerous than anger based on blind hate. It shall need last sacrifice. I would not look upon anger as something foreign to me that I have to fight. I have to deal with my anger with care, with love, with tenderness, with non-violence.
Anger is the wind which blows out the lamp of the mind.
Bodhi the wind,
With gentleness,
overcome anger,
overcome anger.
with generosity,
Overcome meanness
with truth, overcome delusion.
Anger can be managed to become emotional content that raises power to the beta.
My ancestor was an ancient astronaut.
Anger and intolerance are the enemies of correct understanding. Mahatma Gandhi.
It is impossible for you to be angry and laugh at the same time. Anger and laughter are mutually exclusive, and you have the power to choose either.
You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger.
Components of anxiety, stress, fear, and anger do not exist independently of you in the world.
They simply do not exist in the physical world, even though we talk about them as if they do.
There's nothing wrong with anger, provided you use it constructively.
Man should forget his anger before he lies down to sleep.
from saints. Some iridic love is love, the salviest form of love, charity, the love of God for man and of man for God.
Love is our most universal